What is going on, everyone? Back with another video. Today we're back on schedule. We got to study and learn some interesting concepts. I watched some videos that my friends that were teaching me how to trade recommended, and there were some really good concepts that I think help tie everything together. So today I just want to get on the charts, show some examples of this, and try my best to explain it to you guys. And these concepts are a little more advanced, I think, so it's going to take me more than just a day of studying to completely understand them, which also means I probably won't be able to explain them to you guys very well. But we're going to give it our best shot, and so let's go to the charts. Okay, so the concepts that we were studying today were external and internal liquidity. And before watching this video, I didn't even realize there were two different types of liquidity. But the guy in the video, his name was Solomon King, he was really smart. He talked about how external is the type that people are most familiar with, which is the liquidity that resides either above old highs or below old lows in the forms of sell stops or stop losses. But internal liquidity is found within order blocks or fair value gaps or liquidity voids. So pretty self-explanatory. External will be pretty much on the outside and internal would be in the inside. So we could take this uptrend as an example and we can label our higher highs and our lower lows. So right here, and the external liquidity that we're talking about will reside on the outside of these. So in this right here, we'll call it our range in between this high and low, and our external liquidity would be outside of it. So here's our high and here's our low. Our liquidity resides in the areas above that and below it. And then as we move along the chart, a new range is created with our highs and lows. So right here, you can say that a new range is created. And so the external liquidity that was residing here is now internal liquidity, because you can see we formed two things, one an order block and a fair value gap. And so now there's liquidity residing in these areas. And I hope I explained that well. We can go onto the actual charts and find some real examples of this. Something really cool that he said is that liquidity will always return back to these areas. So it can be a really great indicator of where the chart's going to go next and how to get in on a trade. Future me, I just wanted to quickly explain why it will always return to those areas. It's because those orders need to be filled eventually. So it'll dip back down or go back up to where those areas are. I'm pretty sure. So if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. Okay, so here we have a downtrend and we can mark out our range here. We'll start with this high and we'll go to this low. And so right now we have liquidity residing in between or outside these areas. But then a new range is formed right here, but as the chart continues, a new lower high continuing the downtrend is formed, which means liquidity can reside here. And something really cool that he pointed out in the video that I can kind of see here is that in these downtrends, you'll find tiny order blocks like this, but even though it's super small, it actually respects this and it kind of goes up to this level and then starts going back down. So that would be our internal liquidity. Another thing he did in his video to point out some interesting things was use the Fibonacci. So we can trace this out right here and we can actually see how close it gets to the 50% mark. So right now we're below the 50%, which puts the price at a discount, and it kind of tests that and bounces off of it and starts to go back down into the discount area. So yeah, pretty cool. That's everything I understood about the differences between external and internal liquidity. And I'm going to keep studying this because I don't fully understand it myself. And I'm sure my explanation has a lot of holes in it, but a really cool concept to start to learn. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I'm glad to start learning about some new concepts. And again, I'm really excited to start putting it all together and to start executing actual trades once we can develop sort of our own strategy or adopt a strategy and utilize it to the best of our abilities. On top of all that, guys, I have my first day of training tomorrow for my new job, which is kind of nerve-wracking, but it'll be really, really cool and I'm excited to start. And yeah, that's everything I have for you guys today. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.